Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since I did a video. Not having a place to stay. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna stir the ground beef. Not having a place to stay is hard to cook. And we do come back to if we get a hotel more than one night, we usually stay at the hotel, so we can't cook there. We might get one this week where we can cook at. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay? Plus, not having money for food. That is a bummer too. All we have left is noodles, ramen, but we had some money today. I just got one. I picked out a recipe. I don't think I did this for you guys. It's called taco rice casserole. Taco rice casserole. Okay? And they make it enough for 2 casseroles in a 9x13. Okay? Purpose of this is a casserole that somebody did so you can eat one that night and take the other one and freeze it for another time. Okay? But I'm going to make it all in one pan this time. I don't have casserole dishes. Mine are away in storage, and I just couldn't afford the extra to buy the foil casserole dishes because my son said I could use his ground beef. So all I had my husband buy was some cheese. We got something to drink, but I had him buy some cheese. That's about all we need. It's got corn, black beans, and rotel. Okay, I had those already. Okay. Rice is done. Ground beef is almost done. See? Rice is done. Ground beef is almost done. Now what we're going to do here is, since I really don't have a casserole dish, this pan, let me hold it this way. This pan can go in the oven at no more than 450. Okay? So it's going to be 350 for 25 minutes. So I'm going to put everything in here and bake it in the oven. Now, my son had that pan, so I was able to do the ground beef. Hopefully the corn and all that stuff fits in there. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to remove half the rice into a bowl. And then spread the rest of the rice out over the pan. And then put half of the ground beef on top of the rice. The ground beef mixture. And then I'm going to put the rest of the rice back on top. And then the rest of the ground beef mixture on top. And then put cheese on top. Actually, what I thought about doing is I'm going to put the first layer of rice and the first layer of ground beef mixture. Then some cheese. And then more rice. And then the rest of the ground beef. And then more cheese. Okay? Because it says put whatever I think it's 2 cups or whatever it is of cheese. Because I don't really measure the cheese. It don't matter. More or less. It says half in one casserole, half in the other. So I'm going to put half on top of, when I put the rice, ground beef, cheese, rice, ground beef, cheese, and then put it in the oven. Okay? So it's at 350 for 25 minutes. Now, because I have a double layer, it might take a little longer. But everything's hot anyways. So, my oven's preheating right now. Ground beef is almost done. I will drain it and then add everything. So, one of these days I'll have something where you can see me and the food while I'm cooking, and I don't have to move the camera around. Okay? It says 2 cups of corn, but I'm just doing 2 cans. I love corn, and I guess this is almost 2 cups, so it would be 1.5 out of cans. But I love corn, so I'm gonna just do 2 cans. Okay, any brand of corn. Black beans, 2 cans it says, okay? Now, if you don't want to have, the recipe is making this double for to freeze one. But if you don't want to freeze one and you only want to make half, then you can go ahead, then it would only be 1 pound of ground beef, 2 cups of rice, because it calls for 4 cups of rice. It would only be 2 cups of rice and 1 can of everything else. But when it says 4 cups of rice, let me tell you guys, it's 4 cups of cooked rice. And you know the rice kind of doubles. So you don't want to put 4 cups of rice and then cook it, because you'll have way more. Okay? Unless you want more rice or less rice. And then 2 cans of rotel. I got mild and I got regular too. But if you want the spicy one, or I think they got spicy or medium or something else, Rotel. If you'd rather have that, then that's fine too. And it calls for taco seasoning. I use this. I probably just have enough in here for this. Okay, it calls for 1 pack, just 1 pack. But usually when you make tacos or anything else, it's 1 pack per pound. But it only says 1 pack for both pounds, which is usually 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons when you use this, okay? But I'm probably going to put like 4 or 5, maybe a little bit more, because I want more flavoring of the taco seasoning. So not just 1 pack, it'll probably be closer to 2 packs. Okay? So, oh, my oven just done preheating. But anyways, so this, okay? And when you put it in the casserole dish, if you use one, it says to spray it first. So spray your casserole dishes. Okay? Even the one you're going to put in the freezer, spray it. So it'll be sprayed before, so when you take it out. Okay? But when you take it out of the freezer, it's still 350, but it wants you to thaw it overnight in the refrigerator, or you can put it there in the morning and let it thaw out throughout the day, however. But once you thaw it out, it says 45 minutes in the oven. 45 minutes, because it's super cold. So 45 minutes, and then just 25 minutes if you're making it like right now, okay? Or if you're having a lot of people eat it, you don't even have to freeze one. You can eat both casseroles. Just pop them both in for 25 minutes. Okay, it's up to you. Oh, and it does say add onions to the ground beef. When the ground beef is just about done, add the onions, cook it up till the onions are nice and soft and translucent. Okay, but I'm not adding onions because we don't like onions. Sometimes I do add onions even though my husband doesn't like it. I don't like onions. But it gives it a kind of flavoring, and when they're cut up small, you really can't taste them. My husband says he can. He doesn't like it when I put it in there, but he eats it anyways. But this time we don't even have onions, and I wasn't going to buy any. I do have some minced onions that I can shake up in here, which I might. It's not like cut up onions, like fresh onions. It's just minced onions. Let me see. I didn't think about that. So I'm going to just put a little bit. Minced onions, okay? Okay, so that's it. Let me mix that up. Yes, it's frying. It's about done. And I was going to drain it because at the beginning I saw a bunch of grease, but this is my son's. He probably got like 97.10 or 97.3 or something, but he doesn't get a lot. He gets low. Me too when I can, but it's expensive, so sometimes I get 90.10 or 93.7. So it's, dried out, so I just put a little bit of my regular oil in there. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Put this back. Okay? So, since I'm not draining that, what I'm going to do is going to take this, and I drained my corn already. Okay, I drained my corn. I'm going to dump both cans of my black beans in here and drain them. And you have to rinse your black beans. Okay, rinse it with cold water. Okay, so you don't have all that waxy, juicy stuff in there. Okay, drain and rinse your black beans. Okay. It's got the full can, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, I still got to open the Rotel, but let me see. Okay, guys. Let me try to turn you so you can see me. Alright, I know I got a can in the way. Kinda, I don't know what you call it, but when you dump the black beans, it's like a waxy, the juice, something. Okay, get that out the way. So, cold water. While it's rinsing my black beans, I'm gonna open my Rotel. You don't have to drain these. You don't drain these. It says diced. It says tomatoes and green chilies. That's. Oh. I was gonna go ahead and dump it in. I forgot. I want to put the taco seasoning on there first. Okay, I want to put the taco. Oh, and I forgot to say welcome. Welcome to any new watchers. Please subscribe, like, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, click on the bell, notification bell and check off all so you can get all notifications of when I upload a video. Alright, let's get me some more subscribers and, you know, spread the word, tell your friends and family about me. Because I want a whole lot. I want thousands and thousands eventually. But for right now, I have to have at least 50 subscribers. And I think I'm at 20 or 30. I've been doing this since the end of January, so I'm trying. But it slowed down a little bit because of my situation I'm in. But I'm going to be picking up soon. But anyways, I need to have at least 50 subscribers to be able to go live on YouTube. And once I can go live on YouTube, maybe I can do some live of my cooking videos. Instead of, you know, recording them and then uploading them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Sorry guys. I was trying to break up the taco sauce seasoning. Because it gets clumpy sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start out with the 3. But I may put a little more because it says 1 pack, which is 3 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons. But I like more of a taco flavor. Most recipes will say 1 packet per pound, but this one I guess doesn't want that much. I don't know. And when I try to shake it on the spoon, extra falls off anyway, so that's... Alright, so I did 5. Okay? I did 5. Okay, now let me bring that closer because I don't have to... I had it on the back burner because the back burner is a big burner. The front one is small. Because the other big burner's in the front on the right side, but I had my other big pan on there with the rice, so... Okay, usually it mixes into the water, the seasoning that you put into the water and on the ground beef that you put in here. But it's not calling for water because we're not doing like tacos or something like that, so... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the Rotel. Since they have liquid in it, I'm going to put them in first. Okay. Alright. I should bring the trash can close to me when I'm cooking. I know. So, mixing up. Oops. This pan is not as big as my pan with the rice in it, which I'm used to cooking everything in it like that. But I don't have any, my big pot, not huge, but the big one I use for pasta and rice and stuff. And when I have a lot of stuff, that's in my storage too. So, like when I do pasta here, I did it in my big pan where I have the rice. That pan. And then the ground beef for the spaghetti, or if I'm doing ground beef for spaghetti, I did it in this pan and I dumped the spaghetti sauce on here and heated it. My pan, the lid fits, not perfect, but it fits over this enough so the spaghetti sauce doesn't splatter. It'll work because that's the biggest pan my son has. He hangs this one on the wall. Yeah. Okay, so I got that all mixed up. Okay. So let me get the corn in here. Corn. Sorry. I love corn. And out the can is good too, and frozen. And fresh from corn on the cob. So, it's a lot. So I want to mix after each edition. Because it's really full and it looks like not much. Okay. So let me get the black beans. Brown, brown. Sorry guys, I said brown, brown, that's my dog, Brownie. Call her brown, brown sometimes. I dropped a piece of ground beef. So, I called her over to eat it. Now she's standing here next to me waiting for some more. Let's see. Sorry guys, I treat my dog spoiled, so I just gave her one big piece. Okay. That's it, Brownie. That's it, Brownie. I mean, okay? Go get your bone out there. She has a bone out there. Okay. So, let me see how it is. Okay, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm getting a bowl. I don't need the biggest one, just a medium size. And I'm going to put half the rice in here. So I can put half the ground beef mixture on top of the rice. And then the cheese. Okay guys? Sorry, I'm still here. I was just rinsing the strainer a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put half the rice in here. Now it calls for 4 cups of rice like I told you. But you don't want to cook 4 cups because it'll come out to be more. But I put 3 cups in here, I'm hoping. Yeah. Oh, there we go. But I'm not sure if that's 4 cups or what it is. But I'm going to try to take half of that. I'm trying to... Let me turn it over. That way, instead of having a thick layer of rice and a thick layer of the ground beef, I'll have one layer, one small layer of each, then a second layer of each. Since it's supposed to be split in half anyways, for 2 different casseroles, but I'm not. What I'll do is, when I'm done, I'll put a little bit in a little bowl to save for my son, because this is my son's favorite too. He loves this. And right now he's out with a friend, so if he don't eat it tonight, he definitely eat it tomorrow, so save him some, and then we'll put some in the rest, whatever left over, we put in a big container and take with us when we go to a hotel. Okay? Sorry, I had to put the bowl over there. I don't have a lot of room. Then I had to taste the rice. It could use a little more salt, but I'm not going to put any more on it. I tasted some rice. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm okay. Sorry, I just took a bite of the rice and it was hot. Hot, so my chest got hot. Okay, now, I'm spreading the rice over the bottom of the pan, since it was all bunched up in one half, because... Babe, can you bring me my tea? Sorry, it's hot in this kitchen. Usually it's been chilly around here lately, in this area, but today was high 70s, so it's been warm outside. And it's warm in this kitchen. So, yeah, this is a drink my husband bought. We like the Golden Peak. I usually make Lipton at home, but when we buy in the store, it's Golden Peak. And I'm going to stick it in the freezer just for it to get a little more cold because it's kind of room temperature. I like it cold. So while I'm cooking. Okay, got that all spread out. So now I'm going to pour half of the mixture. Let me show you. Let me do it this way. Sorry, guys. Okay? So, let me scoot this over. Okay. So, let's get half of it. Okay. I just had to test it out. I can't help it. No worries, it's only me and my husband eating, so I ain't gonna die. Alright, so now I'm gonna spread it out. Spread it out. Okay, maybe another spoonful. Okay, that's it. Okay. That's it. Sorry guys, I can't help it. Okay, so I wanted mild cheddar. I ended up with medium. I just told my husband not to get sharp. I said mild, but he got medium. It's okay. I don't like sharp too much, but it'll probably be okay if I had it. You know. So I'd rather have the real skinny shredded, but it doesn't matter either. Because it'll melt. It's the Walmart brand of cheese. And it doesn't matter if it's, I think it says 2 cups of cheese. So that would be a cup on each casserole. But if you're particular to measurement. But if you're not, just put enough cheese to cover the casserole. And a little bit more if you want. If you like a lot of cheese, if you don't like a lot of cheese, make it a real thin layer. It's all up to you when it comes to the cheese. And you can use mild, sharp, medium, whatever you want when it comes to the cheese. And I thought about Mexican cheese, the 4-blend or whatever blend. If you'd rather use that, you can do that too. That'll work as well, whatever you want. Okay? Okay. Alright, that's enough. I hope that was half the bag, because I got to use the other half for the top layer of cheese. Okay, so going to get the rice. And I'm going to spread it on top. You know, spread it around. Not just put it in one clump in the middle and then try to spread it, because then it'll move the cheese. So I'm putting some all around and then spreading it and kind of flattening it out. Okay. So let me I'm putting a little bit more on top of some of the thinner layers. Some areas that were thin. So. Alrighty. Okay. Got that done. Now I'm going to pour the rest of this on top. Okay, let me spread some of it around. See, I got the pan. My dog is laying right there, right at the entrance of the kitchen. Kind of whining. I think she wants some of this. That's what I get with teasing her with a piece of ground beef. Okay. Okay. What a mess I made on this stove. It's okay. All right, babe. I'm going to ask my husband to put this in the oven because this big pan, I'm telling you, when it gets full, it is heavy. And heavy is no joke. It is really heavy. Right, babe? He shook his head yes. I was hoping he'd say yes or something so you hear him agree. But, yeah, but it's heavy. Okay. Okay. That in the sink. Okay, so I'll show it to you before I put it in. Let me sprinkle some cheese on top. And this, it does, I don't think it said it in the recipe, but this sounds really good. If you want to top it with some sour cream when you put it on your plate and then add a little bit of sour cream on top, even add some salsa on top. I had some salsa, but it's gone. I think while my last 3 days stint at the hotel, I think my son ate all my chips and salsa. Because the salsa's on the refrigerator and the chips are gone. It's okay. We share. No biggie. One day I had my son go to Walmart. Well, he went to the store. Martin's here. He got me a few things. That's when I got spaghetti. But, yes, we did get approved for food stamps. We only got like 200 something last month, and this month it'll only be 39. But we can't use them yet because we have to wait for the card, which is, they mailed it out Thursday. It's going to take 7 to 10 business days. So, yeah, so we have to struggle. Okay, but other than that, okay. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you what it looks like. That's the top. Yep, see, it's filled. It looks hearty. And actually, I might be doing, even when I get my own place back and I'm able to get my casserole dishes, I might do it this way. I like it double layered. Yeah? I like it double layered. Okay? So, I'm going to turn it around so you can see me put it in the oven. So, 350 for 25 minutes. And then we'll see. Okay? Now, you can adjust the time if you live in high altitude area, or if your oven is different, it just takes longer to cook, longer to do stuff in your oven, or it does things faster than the time it should. Okay? But normal ovens is just 350, 25. And remember, it's still 350, but it's 45 minutes if you're doing a second one for the freezer. If you're breaking this in half and putting one in the freezer. Because this is made for 2 casseroles. So if you're going to do that, it'll be thaw it out overnight, or take it out first thing early in the morning and let it thaw all day, and then put it in the oven for 45 minutes. And then test it, and if it's still cold in the middle, put it back in. Okay? Alright, and just watch out for the cheese if you're doing it for the 45-minute one. If the cheese looks like it's getting a little too browned, you can cover it with foil, whatever. Okay? Alright, so here we go. Alright, it's going in the oven. Alright, it's all done and it's coming out. Okay. Tell you, it's heavy. It's no joke. Alright, so here it is. There we go. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bite of it. Usually I'll plate it and then take a bite. But I just want to get some from the middle. I want to make sure it's hot all the way through. Which it should be because the rice and the ground beef stuff was already hot. Well, not the beans and the corn and stuff, but I just want to make sure all the way down. So here it is. Turn it a little bit more. It's good. Woo! I love it, but I was just trying to see if it was hot enough. Well, the edges, whatever you grab from the sides are, but that's why I taste it from the middle, because sometimes it's not. Huh. Ooh. Okay, that's why I wanted to get all the way to the bottom. Alright, that's good. Because I had 2 layers. So that was going to be a little different. Okay? So. I'm going to go ahead and plate it. This will be my husband's. Then I'm going to take a, what do they call it? A thumbnail. I'm going to do a thumbnail. The main picture that you want to use when you upload your video. Okay, let me turn the oven off. Okay. Let's do a thumbnail so you can see the food. Alright, that's my thumbnail. Sometimes I'll move around to different positions and I can choose when I go through the thumbnails. Okay? So, I thank you for watching. If you took the time to watch the whole video, I do thank you. So this was once again called taco rice casserole. All the ingredients make enough for 2 9x13 casseroles. 1 to eat now, 1 to freeze. Or you can make them both at once. Just spray the bottom of the casserole dishes before you bake it. Okay? And if you have a big pan like mine and you're going to eat it all in one night, or you're going to, want to put some away for leftovers in the refrigerator, you can do a double layer. Rice, ground beef mixture, cheese. Rice, ground beef mixture, and a final cheese on top. Like I did. I did that because that's the only pan I had and the only choice I had. But if I like it this way, I may do it this way. Unless I want to save some for, the next week in the freezer. But if I don't, then I'll do that. But it's an awful lot. So I may separate it. But this will give my husband lunch tomorrow at work. And we can take the rest in a big bowl to the hotel and heat it in the microwave. I'll leave a small container for my son because this is his favorite. Plus, I'll take a small container so when I heat it, I don't heat the big bowl. But anyways, but remember, it's 2 cups of corn, but I use 2 cans. 2 cans of black beans, drained and rinsed. The corn drained too. You don't have to rinse it, but it's drained. And the rotel. Okay, tomatoes and green chilies, rotel. Now you can use mild, hot, rotel, whatever you want. You don't drain that, just pour it in there. Okay? And 1 pack of taco seasoning to 2 pounds of ground beef. All right, you're going to cook 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pack of taco seasoning. But I put a little bit more than 1 pack because it's 3 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons of taco seasoning for 1 pack if you use the container of powder. But I ended up putting 4 or 5 of the powder. So, okay, and you can add onions. When the ground beef is almost done, add the onions and mix it up and cook it a little longer till the ground beef's done. But we don't really like onions. I didn't have any, so I didn't put any in there. I just used a minced onion from the bottle. Just pour a little bit in there. Okay, and that'll work. And just put it in the oven, like I said, 350, 25 minutes, or 350 for 45 minutes if it came out the freezer. But if it comes out the freezer, take it out early in the morning to thaw it, or take it out the night before. Okay? And I thank y'all for watching, and if you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe. Click the bell and check off all so you can see all my videos when they're uploaded. And tell your friends and family about me so I can grow my subscribers. I need to get it growing. It's not growing as fast as I'd like, but I want to get at least 50 subscribers right now so I can go live on Facebook. All right? So thank y'all for watching. I love you guys. Stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video, the next cooking video. Bye.